What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Novichenko Whips YouTube channel. We are starting the disassembly of the glorious high-revving S85 5-liter V10 BMW M5 engine. That's a mouthful, but let's try to get the initial tear-in and just follow along. If I find anything interesting, exciting, I will call it out and show it off to you. Let's go. If I had not mentioned, I have mentioned in previous videos, it technically has a blown head gasket. I don't know which side, but we're going to find out. And we're probably going to tear in further, as we know, rod bearings, etc., Vanos pumps. And so all of that's going to be thoroughly inspected and gone through. If you don't know, on the BMWs, you can easily pop out the struts with the little clip on the back of them. Don't lose the clip, as it seems like I may have in this situation. I thought I popped that one back in, whatever. And then you can prop your hood up to service mode. I've pulled off the cowls that have like the cabin filters. We're gonna pull off all this bracing so we can get as far back, reach as far back as we can. I heard online you gotta open these up where the ECU sits and make sure you don't have any water in there. That's a common thing for these cars. And it's good to get under the fender well and pull out the plugs on both sides for drainage. Just much better for the longevity and long life of these cars. Let's go. Let's go. So the little plastic shielding's missing on the front. No biggie, but oil pan looks dry. I think I see some kind of wetness towards there. So we're gonna lift it up actually a little higher. I was mistaken. We're gonna lift it a little more, and then we're gonna get a thorough look underneath. This is nice with the little drain plug. I like. And boop. Oh, delicious. Water and diarrhea. Head gasket 100%. Because the 12-sider is not working. Ugh. Who be tightening these filters like this? Hey, it is a big filter. I'll give it that. Are we ready for what's coming out? Oh, it's like a chocolate ice cream. Very sad chocolate ice cream. Usually excited for chocolate ice cream. This is bad. It's gonna be a rebuild, boys. Or it's gonna be a lot of oil changes to get all of this out of the engine in the end. But we shall see. We're just gonna let her sit here like this and drain. Like this is where it's gonna live for the rest of today. We should, once it calms down, is gonna keep draining. But I'm gonna try to just, honestly, from what I can see, she's clean. But there is a lot of chocolate in here, but there's no materials. That's a good sign. See that on the radiator, there's this nice coolant drain line, or sorry, plug. Whereas oftentimes on the newer cars, you don't get one of these, so you just have to break open a whole hose, and that can be problematic at times. A lot of oil in the engine. Hopefully my little oil pan's not gonna overfill. Oh no. Oh my goodness. This creeper is annoying. Like, you're trying to undo a bolt and all you do is just slide. Ya creeper. Got a slightly bigger pan because I'm waiting for boop. Yep, that's that. Well, we're gonna wait for all of that to drain. Might take a minute. It's a fairly pleasant observation under here, but the car is mostly clean and dry. That's a great sign for a 2006 BMW. Nothing leaking on the transmission side. All the lines look solid. The exhaust even looks solid, not corroded. We're gonna, of course, do the majority of the work up top. Someone online said you can't really just flush out the creamy, coolanty, oily poop out of the engine. You got to do rod bearings, and so we'll see if that's a must. I honestly want to get it running and go from there. I'll do rod bearings. It's just I want to hear this baby work. All right, so we're trying to get these plenums off, and it's actually more difficult than one might think. And so I've loosened all the clamps, and I'm trying to get all under there. The clamps are just nice and sealed. I don't know if anyone's ever had these off, to be honest. Usually people are able to do spark plugs off on the side if they need to. And so, yeah, it's super nice seal. Everything looks clean and new. It's just, I'm trying to be careful taking it off so that I don't ruin any boots or anything. Ripped off because it was just so seized on there. That guy right there. But so the top pieces are clamped on with like a factory style clamp, and on the bottom ones you have the worm style. But if you look in there, you can see your ITBs Hopefully install will be a lot easier. We'll oil lube these up. I'll see what can be done to replace this one to mend it, because you don't want any air leaks. Maybe this car blew a head gasket. Oh yeah, this is completely sealed on here. That's why I ripped off and I couldn't get it off. That was like nearly glued on there, so we're gonna have to replace the boot. Let's look at these ITBs, individual throttle bodies, shiny. Woo! Let's get the other side off. These look like they came off intact. Oh, no, I got some tears as well. That's rough. I mean, these are pretty old. We'll see which ones we can salvage or epoxy and whatnot, but some of these will definitely need to be replaced. Man, this engine is a beauty. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh yeah. Slowly but surely getting into it. So the plastic covers pop out and you get to see all your coil packs. We're going to be really gentle with removing all the plugs, and these coil packs are kind of unique to the E60 M5. You can't throw in coil packs off of like a more modern N54 or S63 engine. They're longer. So we'll try to pull them out carefully because people say these tops break off often. So let me get back to you on that. There's 10 of them. We're gonna go slow. Coil packs, all 10 are out. Pretty much what I did was carefully put down the cap of it, the top of it, and then not crazy squeeze, but I would grab it and I would twist left and right slightly as I pulled up. And thankfully these were not corroded on there. They had some clear stuff on them, probably like some form of dielectric grease or anti-seize. And now we are taking out spark plugs. Pretty much we're going to start with cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're just going to look at them all and go from there. Here's our spark plug number 1. I have not seen it yet. It's definitely a lot of thread. And it's interesting that they use these double electrode spark plugs. Let's try to get it to focus. I don't know how. Here we go. Focus. Anyway, doesn't look super worn or anything. We'll pull them all out and look at them. I'm getting a slight sense that it's the driver's side bank 2 cylinders 7 and 8 that are most problematic, or maybe had the most issues, because look at this nice and oily spark plug. Both number 6 and this one so far have been like this. All the others on the other side were pretty good. Let's keep going, see what the picture shows us. Here are our beautiful NGK R LKR8AP spark plugs, and they all look pretty good for wear, but yeah, driver's side, last 3 cylinders, probably last 4 were coated in oil. And so definitely valve cover gasket on the inside was leaking badly. We'll see once we pull everything off why those were coated so much more. I've got a bore camera, and I think we're just gonna jump into a couple of these cylinders, and I'm just gonna record it for the fun of it. And the recording is done on an app on my phone, so that's what you're gonna see screen recordings of right now. And we'll just do some browsing. Engine's coming apart either way, but I thought might as well use the camera to see ahead of time what's going on. you have it, my Beamer boys and gals. Hopefully, if you picked up a V10, you're gonna be working on it, so to speak. But yeah, this is how far we are in the part 1 of the disassembly of the S85 B50. Hope you'll tune in and subscribe and like and share me some comments on all the extraneous extensive parts I should be ordering to rip this apart and put it back together, because all those gasket kits and head gasket kits and ACL rod bearings are going to be on their way popping into this car soon. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know. See you on the next one. Bye.